So, let's jump into the daily challenge for today. We are still on the public beta server, so it's different than what you might see on the public release server, and the things that you see here might or might not come to the live version of the game in the way it currently is on the beta. So, our plans today are gonna be Umbra Hellhorned. Mutators are Moneybags, Double Gold Earned, Permadeath, any non-champion unit which dies is purged from your deck, and Musical Chairs, shuffle the position of all units in the train after combat. Considering these mutators, we might want to go for something like a Gorge build with just one unit and morsels, because that's not affected by musical chairs. We could also go for something like Trample Penumbra on a single floor by itself, because again that's not influenced by musical chairs. Other than that, musical chairs and permadeath can be pretty devastating, and it's gonna be pretty hard to carry units through this run unless they are in one way or another circumventing the musical chairs drawback. So that's definitely something we have to keep in mind. For the scores, it looks like these scores are in the 46 to 45k range. Let me remove the webcam for a moment. So we have two scores slightly above 46k, then one at 45k, and the others are below 45k on the first page here. So a flying kill might be decently hard to achieve in this run, but we'll see. Let's jump into the run and see what we get. Also, hi Ashtamnia and Implode Elix. Welcome, welcome. So we start out with Immortal Trait, Fortify and Cave In. That's pretty interesting. Definitely like the Immortal Trait. That could be very powerful to keep our units alive, to protect them from permadeath. Let's look at the relics. Boon of the Blacksmith versus Scorched Steel. I kind of like Scorched Steel here. It gives our units a bit of survivability, but more important, it makes our morsels more resistant to spikes and sweep. And for that reason I'm gonna take it. We do have the chance to pick up Architect or Gorge for our Penumbra. I think I prefer Gorge just because Architect is a bit awkward to use with musical chairs. So is the game audio loud enough? Or am I too loud? Or tell me if there's anything wrong with the volumes, please. So, our first battle, the enemy units enter with armor 10 for unit draft. Okay, glad to hear. Also, hi Deption Chisa, welcome, welcome. Bit silent and damp, okay. I hope that's just you. I think we need to scale Penumbra up a little bit. Maybe by setting up on the top floor. We don't currently have a lot of morsel generation, which is a little bit of a problem. Thank you very much, tryhard only. It's very kind of you to say. Glad the collector spawned on the top floor, that means we can actually kill them. These immortal traits do guarantee me a safe boss kill, but I think that's not what I'm aiming for right now. We need a little bit more damage against this guy. Maybe we can find a damaging morsel. Apparently we can't. Transient wouldn't be enough. It would be a 21, which is exactly enough to hit our pyre twice. So let's just keep scaling these up. Can't kill the Trusted Priest here, sadly. So these train stewards here are not doing very much. Well, we should now have enough power to only take... No, actually we didn't manage to get this guy's armor down, so we'll still take 2 hits from this guy. Which is a bit annoying, but... Oh no, never mind. Thanks to the morsel damage we actually have enough to get him down to 20. We could also touch the Trusted Priest for that effect. Weaker after changes? That's pretty hard to say. I think Stygian overall got slightly weaker. Some of the Stygian cards did get stronger, others did get a bit weaker. But overall I think they got slightly weaker. Yeah, let's bring Penumbra down here. Do I want to keep that Train Steward in the deck? I mean, we have 1 Train Steward, that might be enough for the next fight. I think I could save the Train Steward if I wanted to, and have 2 of them in the deck. I think that's a bit preferable here. Because I might want them in the deck for the next combat. Yeah, the Sirens got way better. It's definitely true. Especially the Nameless Siren. Because Rage 1, you always lose 1 Rage a turn, so you needed to play at least 2 spells to get her to grow. Now 1 spell is enough. So she grows more than twice as fast now. I do like all the cards here. This is a difficult pick. I would want some more morsel generation, but it might not have to be morsel minors, because Penumbra is gonna get most of the stats from his Gorge ability as opposed to the morsel stats. Space Prism would be nice to feed our Penumbra more, but we don't currently have enough morsel generation for that. And Mind Collapse would be nice as a sort of Ember generation mechanic that can circumvent the Ember Drain from Immortal Trade. I think right now I need morsels the most. Even though it's rough to turn down the Space Prism, I think I do want a morsel generation right now. Went is pretty good. Great backline clear. But it would require an upgrade pretty soon. I'm probably gonna fish for an Umbra unit. Am I? I think it's a bit too early to have an Umbra unit, to be honest. Another one. We might get one from the unit draft here as well. Yeah, let's take the Went and go to the Merchant of Magic. Shadow Eater is hard to use because of permadeath. Sure, it can deal well with waves and it can survive, but it can't survive bosses. Usually. Alloy Construct, on the other hand, might work out very well for us. Let's take it, even though it's a bit spicy right now with the morsel generation we have at the moment. Hey Rossum, thank you for subscribing on tier 1. Welcome to the channel and enjoy your remote in chat. We only have the consume magic power card, which I will put on a torch, so that might be useful. I definitely want to cost reduce the making of the morsel at least once. Another consume effect. Let's also cost reduce the cave in for now. And also give it permafrost. That's actually pretty good on this card. The microphone was a gift from my uncle, so I didn't have to pay it myself. I don't really need this search stone. I'm gonna remove some of these torches eventually. So, enemy units enter with spike 3. Should be fine. We do have our Scorched Steel for some armor on our morsels, so these won't die, even against the spikes. I think I'm setting up the construct on the second floor and start feeding the construct. The Umbra is on the top to clear off any stragglers. I wish I had 2 torches here. But we do have Penumbra on the top floor, so we should be fine. And now with the construct, I don't mind purging the train stewards from my deck. From my deck. I don't think I want to immortal trade just yet. Yeah, I don't. It's a bit too early for that. Okay, we're fine on the top floor. Went against these 2 guys. Yeah, that should be great. And now is a good turn to immortal trade. That might be a dangerous fight. We will be taking 11 a turn, so with these 45 we can have 2 turns of combat. But we also only have 1 fuel, so we will only get 1 turn of combat, which is nowhere near enough. So we need this morsel miner and some extra armor, and then we should be killing the boss this turn. Might need some help though. Seven damage, only 1 fuel again. Two fuel is still not enough. So we have to bring in Penumbra from the top floor as well. Which means I can't vent and make a morsel. That's a problem. The top scores for this daily are around 45, 46k. The top score is 46k and 600, I think. Cave in and went. Yeah, went is better than an additional fuel, huh? No, it's not, because we have lifesteal. Oh, yes it is, because we also have armor. Let's think about this. When kills these two, we deal 72 to the last knight. And then we deal 20, 92. So we will need another 5 turns of combat, and we will get 5 turns of combat. Okay. That will do it. But our construct dies. Did I miscalculate? Oh, another 5 turns of combat. Yeah, that's... Well, goodbye construct. It was nice knowing you. Back to Penumbra. Excavation eruption, making of a morsel, immortal trade. I wouldn't mind an excavation eruption, but it's not necessary. I think I need a few more morsel generation cards. Another making of a morsel though? I guess so. None of these really appeal to me. I think that's a skip. We could dupe the cost reduced making of a morsel, that wouldn't be terrible. But I think we want to look for a relic. Concussive coals would help me set up on the bottom floor. But that's not really something I immediately want. But I'm still gonna try doing it. Well, I'm still gonna take the concussive coals. And maybe I'll do it. Consumable cards. Which one would I like? The alloyed... ancient alloy? Alloy of the Ancients would be nice. Ubokan spikes would be pretty good. Yeah, I really like spikes. We get regen. Regen is not that great in this deck. We do have a lot of lifesteal available, and regen and lifesteal basically invalidate each other. I mean that only one of them actually does something if they are both on the same unit, oftentimes. We can set up on the bottom floor here with Torch on the Forge Disciple and 2 Shade Splitters. I think I want to try that, because I do have concussive coals as well. I can't have Umbra morsel tank the damage here. It's not quite... doesn't quite work out. Oops, gave this guy an incant trigger. These two will switch spaces, I think. But there's also an explosive. Yeah, the explosive will be gone by the time the switch occurs. So this guy will be in front. But this floor is a bigger problem. So I guess I'll torch this guy. Morsel Miner helps our Penumbra get the power they need. Could deal 4 here to everyone, which is not quite enough to kill the Forge Disciple, but it's close. I can kill that one with a torch now. I guess we can't stop this guy unless we cave in, but then we have a huge floor here, which is not great. We do severely lack damage right now. I guess we just have to tank some damage at the moment. Until we can do better. This also doesn't make me happy. But I think that's the final wave, so I could cave in now. As long as I get the kill here on the bottom floor, which should be possible with the extra lifesteal, I should be fine. Yeah, we're a-okay. Retch would be a nice way to generate extra morsels, because currently we don't have enough of them. Trample, on the other hand, would allow our single Penumbra to clean multiple units, and I'm really excited for that. I think we need something like Retch. Something like Trample. Shadow Eater, Alloy Construct, Alpha Fiend. Here I can get my Construct back. I think I want it over Shadow Eater, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was really hoping for some pack morsels or Umbra Assault or something like that. I would love capacity, but I think we really need draw right now. Capacity has to wait. There's no use in picking capacity for more morsels if you don't have the morsels to actually play. Card removals, unit upgrades. Sure. Seems better than the other side. Quick on the construct means they will take significantly less damage. Let's also look for multi-strike. Yeah, quick multi-strike makes the construct very powerful. Let's remove 2 torches. And these are most of the removals we need. We might need a few more later on. And here's the buffed Gorge upgrade. It used to be +6/+2 on the second form, but now it's +7/+3, which is a pretty decent boost. +1/+1 for each morsel eaten. Heaven Seal is a bit scary, but as long as we can defeat the frontliner on the bottom floor, we should be fine. I guess that still works alright. Setting up the construct here on the top floor and Penumbra on the bottom. And the construct needs fuel. It's as simple as that. Otherwise we can't kill this wave. Okay, the tank went all the way to the back, which is very helpful. I would like to kill the collector, but it's gonna be almost impossible here. Well, it's dazed. I have 2 turns to do it. I could torch it even, but I kind of need the morsels. Phew. This guy goes down to 75. Yeah, I guess killing the collector as well. But if I want that construct to work, I need more morsels. Umbra stone would do it, but I think I'd rather have the morsels right now. Just for fuel. This is not making me very confident. At least we do scale the armor on our construct decently. It looks like here we can't kill both of them. Let's keep fueling our construct, because that's the most important thing right now. We are, in this combat, completely relying on the construct. I would need 5, no, even more damage morsel to kill the Guardian, because the construct has quick, so I can't put the morsels in the front or anything to kill the conduit. The lifesteal is probably not useful right now. Yeah, that was a lot of damage to take. That totally ruins our score. But there is almost nothing I can do to prevent that. So we get 4 hits in here. We can deal a big chunk of damage. Not enough to get a kill, but... was pretty close. Oh! Wait, how did I miss that one? Now I lost another 10% score. That was a stupid mistake. Furnace tap. Is this what I want? Is this the savior I'm looking for? It has to be. Ugh, these are not great. I think I'll just skip. Maybe the inflame was worth, but just barely. I need a relic that generates morsels for me. Okay, it's a start. Health banners is actually pretty good as well. And honestly, even Consume Crown is worth it. These, on the other hand, not so much. Light's Gift is okay. I don't think I want any of these. Not worth the gold. Whew, Mark of Invasion. That will be difficult to deal with. Unless I draw Trample in my opening hand. Or probably more likely Went. Yeah, this top floor, there's not much I can do against them. At least no haste this time, so I don't have to set up on the bottom floor. And I think we wanna Give the stats to the construct and just the other morsels to the penumbra. I think that works out best. D6 damage, I think I had to take here. Top floor is alright, so I can vent on this floor. If I went for 2, I can kill the collector. And I guess multiple morsels is the way to go here. Construct still has some fuel, so I don't need to act on the top floor immediately. I can even play a torch on this guy before I went. Okay, this time around our penumbra is actually growing, which is making me a lot more confident that we are gonna win this fight. I think I should probably furnace type now. Furnace tap, but not cave in. But not immortal trait, so we can cave in later. Might be the way I have to do this. Only one fuel left on the construct. We are in trouble. Because this guy will get past. Why is this deck so hard? Is there another lifesteal left in the deck? There is. Okay, so we should be fine against the boss at least. Ouch. It's not going so well. Feast. No. Champ Trove, engine upgrade. Not really any of these. Tiresome climb. That might be a better alternative than cave in. Might be helpful. But we really need a great way to scale up Umbra early. We don't need removals, we don't need unit upgrades, so let's go to the right. Demon unit gets multi-strike, but Iron Drop Cage is pretty good. Double stack. The Furnace tap. And now we need to zero cost some of our spells. First of all, the cave in. I do need the magic. Let's reroll first. We can always buy it if we don't get a better one. I was really hoping for a 10 magic power. No consume roll here. That would have been very good. Yeah, I want that permafrost. Makes it much easier to use. And onwards to Fell. The commemorative spike and Hellspanner's interaction is quite nice. I think we will be focusing on our champion damage here. I have to vent this floor to get rid of the Sycophants because of the armor. Let's start with the morsels. These are gonna give us extra ember as well. We went this floor, we still have a torch we can play against this guy maybe. Our next hand is gonna be pretty cheap, but we won't be able to play anything after this, after the Furnace Tap. I think it's a bit too early to Furnace Tap. I do need some more fuel on this guy. I think Penumbra can have the damage morsel. Our next hand is pretty expensive, but we do have 2 morsels. With the Shade Splitter I'm making of a morsel. So I guess I can throw out an Immortal Trait this turn without that much concern. I can play another spell, otherwise the Clip Reflector will survive. So making of a morsel Shade Splitter allows us to trigger Health Banners, which allows us to play the other morsel cards. This Sycophant does survive, but it shouldn't be a big problem. Only 1 morsel this turn. Let's ascend you, so you don't deal damage to the pyre. Let's create a morsel. You have fuel for 2 turns. I think our champ is now strong enough that we can just go for an Ember Drain next turn. Not this turn yet, but next turn. And that means we want to stack all the stats on the Penumbra. Could actually descend this to the bottom floor, but then the alloy construct would run out of fuel very quickly. So let's not. This is pretty good though. It's another morsel for the construct as well. And we easily have the kill here. Okay. That went a lot better than some fights before that. Transcend him, Spike of the Hellhorned, Kindle. Currently I'm thinking none of these. It's obviously not Transcend Imp. We don't have summon triggers. Kindle, I don't think we can use that very well, especially with the Ember Drain. And Spike of the Hellhorn just does something we can't really abuse very much. The Rage, we don't have a lot of energy gain, so... And I think it's time to start with Capacity. I would like the artifact. I don't like the Merchant of Steel. I don't really need the coins. I would like the dupe, but it's not that important right now. I don't really like the removals. I guess the free relic is the best thing here. The first Hell Pact. That's not bad, but I think Mask of Penumbra is better. No. I could still purge these fortifies. They're actually quite bad. Let's purge at least one of them. Do we have another purge here? No, we will be going to the right. Then let's purge the other one right away as well. And then finally, I think we want the final Gorge stage, which is now plus 15 plus 5 instead of plus 12 plus 4. So it grows quite a bit faster than before. But is that gonna be enough? We'll see about that. I think even... yeah, I think I want to set up on the second floor, even though there are purifiers here, which is definitely scary. I think we need a little bit of time to grow. The purifiers will oftentimes be dazed, so that is gonna be very helpful. It's gonna go to 60 health. The Umbra Stone can wait. We currently aren't strong enough to make use of the trample. Let's play the morsel and see what we get from it. That's not gonna be very helpful right now. I could probably Furnace tap and cave in. That's not bad. But that means I won't get any more scaling. I will get this more. No, the Morsel Miner will be in front. I still have the 0 cost making of a morsel, but that's not enough to trigger the Hell Spanners. So I don't think this is gonna be strong enough. 87 times 3. Yeah, it's not. Guess we just have to ascend the collector and torch this guy. Might as well use cave in on the bottom floor to daze this Gilded Wing some more. How is the fuel status on our construct? We need more. We need at least one morsel on the top floor. Okay. This is pretty good. Do want the stats on my Penumbra to grow. And I think I do want to send this guy. Just to avoid getting a Scorch in my deck. Top floor will die, that's fine. I think we're okay here. Here's the Umbra Stone, and this time around it's actually impactful enough to play it. This guy still needs fuel. I can daze the Purifier with Cave In. I should draw into it before the boss comes around, so that's probably worth. Then let's get Trample on our Penumbra, so starting from the next turn we can actually make use of that. Let's start with some morsels to gain the extra ember from the health banners. Still need a bit more fuel on this guy. Not necessarily more stats, just the fuel is important. That doesn't work out so well. Still worth playing. And I have to use the Ascent here. This guy is easier. He dies in a single hit from the fire. And here the trample is already doing a lot of work by almost killing the Gilded Wing in the back. I do want to keep the... do I want to keep the cave in? Yeah, I do. Just so I can draw into more morsel generation and stuff like that. And I think we are okay to descend now. Yeah, we definitely are. Let's also play out as many morsels as possible. To make our champion stronger. And we will cave in this entire party. Might as well ascend you, so you're dazed for longer. Not that that really matters. We should have an easy win against the boss. Let's play one immortal trait here, so we can still play the Furnace tab next turn, but still have some lifesteal on the boss, on Umbra. Yeah. Okay. Now our deck is actually performing as I want it to. Void Binding. I don't think we want that. We're not an Ember Drain deck. Ember Drain is just our power spike for the boss combat. Inferno could help with the first few waves. Yeah, I don't think I need it. We do have the construct for that job. And we want to go to the right. We do have 290 gold to spend at the very least. So let's find something useful. Check strips isn't bad. But I'd rather have morsel generation. Mind checks isn't bad. Cost reductions are very important though. We need to be able to generate morsels with 0 ember. And that would make us a lot stronger. Ooh, hold over the free making of a morsel. I like it. That's a big upgrade. We are up against Cleanse Seraph, but that should be fine. Now that this deck can actually work in Ember Drain, I kinda wanna dupe the Furnace tab, but also duping the, not the cave-in, the making of a morsel is quite appealing. I think it's the Furnace tab. And then I guess we keep the gold for score. I think now this deck can actually operate well, even with Ember Drain being in effect. Which allows us to go off a lot earlier. Do want to scale my Penumbra over anything else. And I will go into Ember Drain right away. Because I'm very confident this deck can now deal with it well enough. This is a bad turn, but that's okay. Too bad our Making of a Morsel, the 0 cost one, is on the bottom of the deck. We do have 2 fuel here, which is nice. Let's burn this bottom floor. Okay, and this is the reason why I think we can work with Ember Drain in this deck. Do I want to play the second Furnace Tap right away? I think so. Ember Drain 17. Definitely annoying. Our Penumbra is now big and has Trample. If we play the Cave In at the right time, we do have the potential of a flying kill, I think. This is not the right time just yet. Good thing these monsters have armor, so the Pyre Wings won't kill them. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I like it. Hey Seraph, come visit us on this middle floor. It's very nice here. Construct is a bit in the way here, because it makes using more morsels harder. Wait, we are actually only 90 damage off. I can remove 90 damage from this field, no problem. And there's our flying kill. A pretty early one at that. 5-turn boss rush. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. I liked how our game plan could change completely just because I managed to get that holdover and cost reductions, and suddenly the Health Banners were actually able to keep us fully operational even while under the effect of Ember Drain. And suddenly we could turn out a huge amount of damage, and the Cave In and the Tiresome Climb really helped us get that damage onto the Seraph on every turn we could. And interestingly, the Alloy Construct wasn't really a big part of the game plan in the end. But it really carried me through the early fights. I would have taken so much damage on these last few fights if it weren't for the construct. So that went really well. And we are in first place with a decent lead. So that's great. None of my friends play on the public beta and do dailies here, so let's look at some of these other top decks. Matt did go with a Cave In. He even gave it holdover. Pyre Jumper with health and rage, that's very interesting. Transcend Imp and Consumer of Crowns with Imp in a box, double summon effects. So basically he was playing an Imp deck, which is a very bold move in a permadeath scenario. Maybe he had even more Imps, but they died. Yeah, it's an entirely different deck. He also had some of the same elements we picked up, but Not that many, to be honest. Very interesting. Actually, how did he perform against... He didn't get a flying kill, but he did go for very consistent 3-turn boss rushes with relatively low damage taken, which is always a decent plan to go with. And I will look at Arzakon, and that's gonna be it for the daily challenge after that. A buffed up train steward. Very interesting, especially considering it's a permadeath challenge. Crucible Collector with Rage and Damage Shield. That's not that bad. Gives it a bit more power in the early game where it's the weakest. A huge Alpha Fiend with Multi-Strike. And a plethora of Blazing Bolts. He also went with the Furnace Taps, which probably buffed up his Alpha Fiend. Together with Gurg's Goat, this Alpha Fiend was very scary. I can only imagine. He did take a lot of damage on this clipped infiltration, which is probably what put this guy on 3rd instead of 2nd place. Holdover Tiresome Climb cost reduced is also very, very nice. Yeah, 3 very different decks here. Also the gold. Oh, let's look at the gold. He saved 1k, 1.2k, and oops, I can just switch here. Yeah, they both only saved 1.2k. I wasn't in the lead in combat score, but I managed to save almost 1.3k more than these guys, which is what put me ahead of them. If I didn't have those 1.3k, I would be around that score, so I'm glad I decided not to spend all my gold in the end.